Well, first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for their running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On play action, they'll throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Forced out to his left. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
The slot man in motion right. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this. They'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. He finds his man complete. That's Bates. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the same. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw here. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Oh, look at this play call. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bates. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Racing to the end zone.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
A try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards on the ground. And his kick is indeed good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Broken tackle for Kelly. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Britton. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Completes it to Davis.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 10 yards out.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And now it's blocked.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On second down, they'll run it here. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Short throw caught by Dulcich. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bates. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to give to Greer here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Saints on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This is Greer. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Sliding out of the pocket. Finding Walker, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Off play action. Kendrick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Kendrick. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Off play action. Kendrick. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. A carry for Greer, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.